Hello everyone, Chocolo Roberto for another video review. This time we have the rather noisy new Cadbury's Roundies. So there's normal milk chocolates and caramel. So I saw these in the shop the other day and it says new on them, so I thought, I have to get these to review them. So basically, obviously one's caramel, one's milk chocolate, so I think that probably means it's just... Well actually, you can see here the middle there is kind of like a light, on the caramel one it's like a light colour, it's in the chocolatey bit middle, not the wafery bit, and that one's a bit darker, so kind of see, so obviously that's the difference basically. Yeah, so what they basically are is, the caramel one it says light crispy caramel flavoured wafer, light crispy caramel flavoured wafer layers covered in delicious milk chocolate, and the milk chocolate one says light crispy wafer layers covered in delicious milk chocolate. So, what's that there? Yeah. So there's 5 in each of these packets. Not too bad. Calorie wise, it does give you per... so it does give you per roundie, I guess. So in the milk chocolate one, 161 calories per roundie, 9.3 grams of fat, 5.4 of which are saturates. And then the caramel one, 158 calories, so 3 calories less, 8.7 grams of fat, so 0.5 grams of fat less, and 5.1 of which are saturates, so that's 0.3 less. So they're actually better for you than the caramel ones. Okay, so quite reasonable packaging. It's a bit noisy. I think it's got like a tray inside and stuff, so you can see they do look very nice. Yeah, they do look very nice indeed. Yeah. So nothing too dramatic in the packaging elsewhere. Neither of them really, just a smaller picture. And just some gubbins on the back. So it just says wafer with caramel flavoured filling, covered with milk chocolate. 27% caramel filling it says. And this one just wafer with chocolate flavour filling, 27%, covered with milk chocolate 60%, and 60% milk chocolate. And that one as well. So I think we should open them. Okay. Unusual, I wasn't expecting that. So they both look the same. Let's say quite a nice smell from them. So basically that's how they're wrapped. So they look quite nice actually, don't they? I think it's quite a nice presentation. But they look exactly the same. The caramel ones. Oh, hang on. On the back it says caramel. On the back it says caramel. So yeah. So you can tell the difference. So I will take them out. So yes, it's quite a nice little tray of yumminess there. There's a nice smell coming from them. And the milk chocolate one's got a bit more of a it's a bit more of a subtle smell from the milk chocolate one, but the caramel one definitely has a can't really tell it on individually, but as you open the whole pack. Okay, so there we go. So I measure these, as you can see it's quite tight wrapping, so I'm going to measure it with the thing on so it doesn't melt on my fingers and stuff. So the diameter is basically about 6.5 centimetres, presumably the same all the way around. Yeah, I'm quite sure the other one will be the same, but I will measure it just for completeness' sake. So about 6.5. So obviously at the bottom it's slightly wider, but so at the bottom it's about 6.8, 6.9. Okay. Well, I can't really see too much on it. It's got a nice foil, nice Cadbury there. Kind of wish it perhaps, I think it does say something on the thing itself. And in fact, as you rub it, it starts to come through a bit, which is quite nice. It's got like a swirl pattern. So this is something as a kid I always used to do, where you'd kind of scratch the surface and it would make the, you have to be careful not to nail through the foil in this case. But, it's quite nice so you can, yeah, so you can leave some scratches as you're doing it, so if you're a bit more careful you can do it perfectly, but you can see I've scratched it a bit. But you can see there, you can see I've put a swirl pattern into it. So as I say, when I was younger I used to always do things like that. So the swirl pattern. So there we go. Okay, so let's give them an open. I don't know how I've got the swirl's gone to waste. There we go. So the caramel's on that side. I'll probably just bite into these to show the centre rather than cut them, because I think being wafer. So let's have a try. So there you can see they're both the same. Swirly pattern, bit of tread marks underneath, bit of a thick chocolate there. Yeah. Same again. You can see it's a bit funny, isn't it? Where it's got like a sort of, the tread mark is only there and then that bit's there. So I wonder if it was balanced on something and the chocolate was able to roll off. I'm not sure. Okay, so let's give a bite of the regular chocolate one. Wow. Oh yes. Well, immediately, have you ever heard of a blue riband? Or ribbon, as some people say, but it's actually riband. So a bit like this, got really thick chocolate on the outside. These are basically Cadbury Blue Ribands. If you want a summary, that's what these are. And I think there was a caramel blue ribbon as well. But you can see there, so it's really thick chocolate on the outside though, which actually, I think, in my mind, isn't as good as the centre. I love the wafer. It's really nice, look at that. But yeah, basically, a Cadbury Blue Riband. But I won't say it tastes particularly of dairy milk or anything. So here's the caramel one. So the caramel one is going slightly more towards a Tunnocks caramel bar, whatever they're called. But I won't say it's quite as strong as that. I do like these a lot. I like wafering chocolate anyway, and I like blue ribbons. These are really nice. I think the thick chocolate around the edge, I think some people would really like, but I think in my case, I think I just prefer the inside. So I don't think it's a proper dairy milk chocolate. If it was, I probably would prefer the outside, being a thick chocolate like it is. But I think because it's just normal chocolate, I'm not sure. But wow, yeah, I do really like these. Very simple, a bit more, snack bar, lunchbox type affairs, yeah, you would have at school or something. It's that kind of thing, really. A bit like a club or a penguin bar or anything like those, which are kind of multi-pack bar, mini chocolate biscuit type. I don't really know, they've kind of got a niche genre of chocolate bar. I'm not really sure what you'd call them, really. Maybe a snack bar, maybe. But the really, Blue Riband is obviously one. As I say, these are basically updated Blue Ribands from Cadbury. Blue Ribands do still exist, of course, and they are really nice. I do have to review those. Off on a tangent, I think it was a cappuccino Blue Riband or something. That was absolutely gorgeous. But yes, these are really nice. So as I say, it's quite. Let's say you can see the layers in there. You can about see the difference. Maybe just see the difference. Caramel's on top. It's just slightly lighter in the centre of the chocolate layered centre. I can't really tell if the wafer's a different taste, taste. I mean, it looks a bit lighter on the caramel one as well. The wafer looks slightly lighter in the caramel one, which is the top one. So maybe the wafer is slightly infused with caramel, I'm not sure. It does seem to say that on the packet. I'm sure it said caramel wafer, I think. Yeah, caramel flavoured wafer. So perhaps there is a slight difference. But these are really nice, yeah. I would say they're quite plain. As in, I wouldn't say you don't feel like you're eating something special, but they are really nice. I just love the texture. I love the wafer. I love the chocolate and caramel centres. I think if I had to pick a favourite, I think it would possibly be possibly be the regular milk chocolate one, but they're very close. They're both really nice. I think the thick chocolate on the outside is the worst part of it. You know, I mean, normally you'd think, oh, that'd be great, you know, really nice thick crunchy chocolate, but the chocolate just is a bit unremarkable. It's a bit sickly. It's not proper Cadbury's dairy milk chocolate, so it's not great. Wow. Yeah, really nice. So you can see I've eaten them both. You know, it's God, oh God. Couldn't resist. Yeah. They're both quite, you know, they're different enough. It's hard to differentiate. I think I slightly prefer the regular one over the caramel one, but they're both gorgeous in their own way. They're really nice. So they're quite plain. You know, it's basically a little snack bar, but I love the wafer, I love the chocolate taste. I think the chocolate on the outside for me is a bit, it's not the best chocolate really. You only really taste on the thick bit on the outside. So it's a bit, actually, normally you would say, oh, the big bit with the big thick chocolate on the outside would be the nicest part, you know, because you get that sort of extra chunk, but it's a bit, well, for me it isn't actually. I prefer the inside bit. It's just about right, because that chocolate just isn't quite good. So unfortunately that chocolate lets it down. It's not a good quality chocolate really. At least I don't perceive it to be. So yeah, I think I do like them now. I do like them a lot. You know, they really do hit a spot. You know, I think a 4.5 out of 5 for me for both of them. They're just really nice. I mean, they're not. It's probably overselling them though, those, because I think they're just perfect at what they are, rather than comparable to perhaps other 4.5 chocolates that I've reviewed. They're just really nice. You know, you just eat them and they really do hit a spot. And I love the combination of I love the flavour of the texture of the wafer and the crunchiness of it, and then the chocolate layers inside. I just love that. It's really nice. Anything for me that would drag it down perhaps slightly to a 4 is probably that chocolate on the outside. So, you know, it might be that a blue riband is perhaps preferable. So these might be more of a 4 out of 5. But, yeah, maybe. If I had a blue ribbon in my hand now, I think I prefer the blue ribbon, to be honest with you. I think the blue ribbon would be better because it doesn't have that thick, unnecessary chocolate. So, just is. They're really nice, but not as good as blue ribbons. But I haven't reviewed a blue ribbon yet, and I hope to at some point. But check them out yourself. I think try these, see what you think. If you're a fan of blue ribbons, definitely check these out and see whether you prefer them or not. And of course, let me know if you do, or even if you don't. Yeah, and I think, as I say, I think there's the blue ribbon. I think there's a regular one and there's a caramel one. I don't know if you can still get the caramel one, but I'm sure you used to be able to. Or am I thinking of United bars? I might think of United bars. Which I don't think they're around anymore. But anyway, never mind. Reminiscing, those were the days. Well, as you can see, I think this tells its own story. I've had them both. Gorgeous. Really nice. I think definitely try them. As I say, if you love blue ribbons, they're definitely worth trying. If you haven't tried a blue ribbon before, you must try one. You must. Okay, thanks again for watching, guys. Take care. Follow me on Twitter, subscribe, leave a like or 2, or 3 or 4. I don't know if that's possible, but give it a go, why not? And also leave a comment if you can as well. Alright, thanks again, guys. Take care. Bye.